produce the final version of the Safety Academy Mountain. In short, we call it SAM, the Safety Academy Mountain. It's an easy name. And it's a training tool which is used in courses for beginners, but also you can use it in courses of advanced people. To have a tool when you're inside to also train terrain topics like terrain management, or in which terrain and with which weather, snow conditions, avalanches are created, and how we can prevent specific areas on the mountain. So for beginners, especially, just being able to read the topographical map, as you all know, is always a problem. So by having this topographical map, which represents the SAM mountain, you can teach easily how to read the map. For example, you give the map to your students and ask them, for example, this terrain over here, how does it look like in reality? And people, some know how to read maps, others will have difficulties to tell a ridge from a valley, right? So they can go over here and really grab and really see and feel what actually the map means for reality, or this area over here where it's flat, which if you just see the lines on the map might be difficult for you, but when you see it in reality, you can easily refer to the topographical map out on the mountain. So map reading is one basic thing. Then, of course, to make people aware of different aspects. So you can decide, for example, that this is north in the mountain, or you could also decide, okay, today north is over here, but let's say this is north, so the steep north side of SAM. And then you can ask your group to orientate the map in the correct way, so they orient the map with reality, so they can put it like this, so north is in the correct direction. And then you can ask them to write on the mountain and write where all the north-facing slopes are. So, for example, one exercise could be that they identify all the north-facing slopes of the mountain, and then maybe northeast or northeast, and then okay, where are all the east-facing slopes? So you can, you know, do all those kind of exercises. Another thing regarding aspects is that you can train. Just need the lamp here.
Angle.
The angle, of course, yeah. But also, you can use a torch and you say, okay, in the morning you have the sun coming from the east, and what is happening during the day, where is the sun going, how is the influence on the snowpack, on avalanches, and those things. You can also measure the slope angle using the Ortovox app or the S1 Plus. You can measure the angle, and they can estimate the angle by looking at it. So you can ask them to do some estimations. So what do you think this is? How steep is it? This one?
28.
Say 28.
28 degree. Yeah. This one? A little bit steeper maybe?
Say.
No.
Okay, let's say 30, I don't know. And maybe here it's 55, or I don't know. And then you can, as in reality, you can measure it here. You can use the S1 Plus, the accelerometer of the S1 Plus, or you have an app with an angle accelerometer.
Okay. Why?
Okay, so it's like this. Oh yeah, 29 degree. So that's okay, right? We go here. 31. It's okay, right? Let's see.
Fai culo.
Good. It's okay.
It's okay.
So because we want them to think in classes, right,
Yeah.
of 5 degrees or whatever. So then you could go on and tell them there's, of course you can also do those measurements here with this scale. You could tell them there's west wind was there over the last few days. So you ask your group, where does the west wind come from? So maybe they are not sure. Maybe west wind is blowing to the west, you know. But then, of course, you will find out with them that the wind is coming from this side. And if they make something wrong, you can just delete it with water.
Hopefully.
And swipe it away, and next time it's clean. So it's like a whiteboard at school. So you have the wind from the west side, and I mean, you can either just give them the daily avalanche report and say, okay, this is our conditions, or you say, oh, well, we have wind from the west side, we had fresh snow over the last few days. So where will be wind slab? So, well, it will be on this side of the ridge. So, well, maybe over here, maybe here at the coal, it goes down a little bit because of the wind going through there, right? And then, well, in this zone, so maybe this is where most of the wind slab will be. Maybe there will be also some wind slab here, you know. Maybe you can have a problem down there as well, if the wind brings the snow down there. So all those things you can imagine that are problems in reality, you can put on the mountain, and then you can make a tour planning. So we have really tricky conditions, and it's very hard to find the route up. So you can decide: is it the right day to climb Sam, or is it a good idea to climb up here in these conditions? Thank you. So yeah, but you can swipe off everything, and then you can start from new. So, well, you can discuss if a tour is good in those conditions, and discuss if it's the correct day to climb the peak, or maybe it's better to start to go on the west side, or all those things. There's no limits. I mean, you can do whatever you want, and I think also for professionals, you can use it for training with professionals. Let's say you give them a snow profile and tell them this snow profile is from this spot, and it's 3 days old, and you have another snow profile from this spot, and it's from yesterday, and this is the weather in the last 3 days. Can we now decide if we ride this side of the mountain here? So you can bring it to a very professional level by using just more professional input and exercises. So it's not just a beginner's tool. I think if you are with some creativity, you can use it from school kids up to professionals in the training. And some ideas for exercises are within, and a short introduction, are within this little booklet.